Yo, it's your boy TTK back with another National Dex Farm League week coverage video. We are going over the week 3 for the Nat Dex Farm League, the monotype games, and we have a pretty interesting thing because last week the replay system on Pokemon Showdown died due to some let's just call it miscalculations from the developer side. So yeah, a lot of replays went down, and even one of the video replays I was supposed to be going over for this video was down. So we're probably just gonna have to assume some stuff, but either way we're gonna be going over the monotype games for week 3 of the Nat Dex Farm League. If you haven't seen my week 1 coverage that I did 2 weeks ago, the game that I played against Big Chungus, those are videos that I've uploaded recently, so if you want to check those out, please feel free to. But either way, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video as well, join the kingdom. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. Much appreciated. I've been appreciating all of the support you've been giving the channel as well. But either way, let's start off with the first game that was played in the week. We had Big Chungus back again versus TT Tech here. Now TT Tech, from my knowledge, tournament player, people know who they are, so they're a competent player up against Big Chungus. He did lose to me the previous week, but he did have a week 1 win, so we'll see what he's able to do here. So TT Tech decides to bring water, and Big Chungus brings fighting. And the first thing I see here is like, damn, Breloom might actually do some numbers if you let it, do Breloom things, and also Iron Hands. So like, it's a slower water balance sort of team, relying on like Keldeo, Specs or something, or even CM. Then you just have 2 unaware guys, Pex and then Samurott for spikes. Probably Defog Empo, I don't know, or just Boots. I mean, 3 of these guys are probably going to have Boots, and then, maybe Empo has Boots as well. Maybe everyone is booted up, who knows. But yeah, this is just like pretty much standard fighting these days. Shame that Mega Gallade doesn't even get ran on fighting anymore. It's a pretty... like, Mega Gallade's a good mon, don't get me wrong, but like, but to be fair, Big Chungus is running both Okidogi and Sneasel on the same team, so you could probably slot in Mega Gallade over one of these guys or someone else. But yeah, let's start off the game, see how it goes. Yeah, let's see this lead. So Sneasel versus Keldeo. This is probably the freest U-turn I've ever seen in my life. Yep, and they're gonna go Great Tusk. Now, Great Tusk probably isn't doing much to Quagsire or Dondozo. It depends on the set really, but they do decide to set rocks. If you're seeing that being a JPEG, that's because like this is a downloaded replay. But yeah, anyway, they went hard Sneasel on that, and I'm like, what? Like, what? What's Big Chungus doing? Like, now Sneasel's dead, and they actually probably... I mean, you don't need Sneasel. All you have to do is get Breloom in freely, click Spore. Well, they decide to Bullet Seed. This might be loaded dice. They do get 5 hits, so something's telling me they're probably loaded dice, as they probably have to sack Quagsire here. Or they decided to Spore. Doesn't really change anything. I would have just Bullet Seeded, because now, they're going to go Empo, but nothing on their team wants to... even handle Breloom in the first place. Oh, so they're not loaded dice. They just got lucky there. But Mud Punch kills Empoleon pretty easily. And it's just a game about how to handle Breloom, because like it does a lot of work versus the water team. So they go Secret Sword on Iron Hands. That's clearly like Choice Specs Keldeo, judging from the damage. They go Thunder Punch Quag. That's fine. You can probably double out onto Breloom. Or they go Valiant. I mean, Breloom would have just probably made more sense here. The game would have just gone a bit faster. But they clip Moonblast on their Life or Valiant. Rocks are up, so Breloom Sash is broken. But you can probably just spin these away with Great Tusk, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, TT Tech is definitely on the back seat here, because T-Bolt's probably coming out and Samurott's probably dead. So they went for Psychic, bruh. I'm actually confused to what Big Chungus is running, man. Like, so some of these, like T-Bolt probably just won, but I guess they saw Psychic coming. Razor Shell doesn't kill Great Tusk. They get off the spin, and Breloom Sash is still intact. So at this point, it's probably... oh wait, they're not even Scarf Samurott. Like, there's like 0 speed control on this team. They missed Ceaseless Edge. Doesn't really matter. They probably anticipated the switch, but who's switching out in that situation anyway? But yeah, Samurott's dead, and yeah, Big Chungus should just like win. Like, it's pretty easy to win this, to be honest. This might be max speed, and they are max speed Great Tusk. Does some decent damage, and probably go Valiant now, because that's faster than Keldeo, and you know, they're clicking Psychic. So they're probably not T-Bolt, they would have clicked it, but I don't know why Valiant wouldn't be T-Bolt. Like, at least you're able to hit Corviknight with T-Bolt super effectively. Psychic almost kills there, and they go for Sludge Bomb, kills Valiant, no surprise there, and now Breloom should just, like, clean sweep, because you kill Pex, and then you just Spore Dondozo into Bullet Seed in it. So yeah, that was a pretty... I think Big Chungus clearly had the matchup there. Like, you're going into water balance versus like Breloom Iron Hands fighting. Like, you're not having a good time with Breloom. And I think, to be fair, Hisuian Lilligant would have done the same thing, but you know, you're typically running those guys on fighting anyway. So they started cursing up, but it's a bit too late for TT Tech here to even have a semblance of a chance to come back. So yeah, Big Chungus put up a good game. Not really any turns played wrongly. Like, I'll be really surprised if you manage to lose this matchup. It's very hard to be honest. Other than the Sneasler getting sacked, that was a very questionable play. But yeah, other than that, well played to Big Chungus. But either way, on to the next game. Roxy, as you can see, yeah, this is just a screenshot because the replay for Roxy's game does not exist. But it was a fighting versus water matchup again, but this time Roxy was facing Ceres, and they brought rainwater instead of like the water balance, and it was a pretty close game. They like Big Chungus and Roxy pretty much brought identical teams outside of Buzzwole somehow being on fighting, which is pretty interesting since Buzzwole isn't really that seen on seen that much on fighting anymore. Like, it's more of like a bug sort of thing. But even then, Buzzwole's been losing its niche on bug as a choice Scarfer, because you have you know, you have Cleavor as your main Scarfer on bug now. So Buzzwole's pretty just like, it is in limbo state right now, because fighting, you don't need to run it on fighting, and bug, like, it lost its like main niche it had in the previous generation. So yeah, either way, Roxy managed to win there. Probably played around Breloom or whatever, I don't know. I really can't tell what the game was like. The game was like 25 turns, so it probably went really, really fast. But either way, what you guys been waiting for, yours truly's game versus Faded Charm here. Now, the prep for this was somewhat immaculate, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. Like, I was just like, I didn't know what Faded Charm was going to bring, I'll be honest. And you know, like, there was a multitude of types I wanted to bring, but one type I wanted to bring was Psychic, which, to be fair, going Psychic into this, I probably lost. Like, Blacephalon versus Psychic is like a death sentence, basically, and yeah, they were running Choice Scarf Blacephalon on this as well, so yeah, Psychic was getting cooked completely. So I'm so happy I changed it to Electric, because realistically, I considered the 18 types that we had on the board in this game that we call Pokemon, that we all love and enjoy. And yeah, Faded never brings ground. I've never seen them bring ground in my life, and I'm just like, as long as they're not going to load Poison, because they already brought Poison, they weren't going to load Dragon either. So I was just like, Electric seems like a free win basically against like anything other than ground or, you know, Dragon, but they weren't going to bring those types, and yeah, I predicted correctly. So either way, this is gonna be a pretty fast one, in my opinion. I mean, I know because I played the game, but as you can see, they don't really have anything to stop the Vortex. And if you guys don't know what the Vortex refers to, the Vortex is just getting Volt Switch spammed. That is the Electric Vortex, where you have no ground type and it's just spam Volt Switch forever. But either way, let's start off the game. They led off with Cinderace and Tapu Koko. I was just like, cool. I wasn't expecting Choice Scarf, but they decided to U-turn. If they gunk shotted there, might have been in danger, but I don't really know. But yeah, they decide to bring out Torkoal. I Volt Switch, and it does good damage. And I also bring out Zapdos here, which is Choice Specs, and you know, it's time for the Vortex. So Torkoal dies, and you know, there won't be Sun in 7 more turns. But I get in my Sandy Shocks, which is a Choice Scarf. It also gets a Photosynthesis boost, which is pretty solid. And you know, they bring out Blacephalon, which actually wasn't Scarfed. That was my bad. They already had Scarf Cinderace, so it didn't really make sense to have a Scarf Blacef. But yeah, I decided to go into Rotom Wash. I'm not trying to take Pyro Ball. Like, Pyro Ball was killing my Sandy Shocks very, very easily. So at this point, they can't really do much. I just decided to Volt Switch again, and yeah, like, it's just Volt Switch time. It's a very fun game I'm playing right now. So Regieleki comes in. You know, it's Regieleki's time to Volt Switch now, and it's just getting Koko back in to activate the electric terrain, so you know, my Volt Switch continues to do more damage. So you know, Cinderace comes back in. I anticipate Gunk Shot. But you know, I stayed in because I was like, I don't really need this, and they might overpredict me or something. But I decided to go for the Volt Switch on Moltres. Almost dies. I'm surprised it doesn't straight up die on Expert Belt. But you know, I decided to Volt Switch to Sandy Shocks. Like a very boring game of just Volt Switching. But this is basically how the matchup goes if you're not facing Zardex Fire. But yeah, they Zen Headbutt my Zapdos, almost 2-hit KOs me, and I get flinched, and I'm just like, damn, I wanted the Vortex to continue. So it does continue because I don't get flinched there, and Volt Switch does a solid 70%. I get in my Sandy Shocks because I'm not going to die to Zen Headbutt. And at this point, I'm just like, I can click Power Gem to like deal more damage to Ogerpon and not have it do like some like SD Trailblaze shenanigans. Because at least I can Power Gem, do some solid damage to it, like 63%. And then, you know, Revenge Kill it with Regieleki or Iron Hands. And yeah, that should be game. So let's say Regieleki didn't kill here with my Normalium Z Hyper Beam. You know, it was a 50-50 chance according to Calc Decks, and even then, Iron Hands was just gonna deal with you know, Ogerpon anyway, because I was like the Fizz Def SD. So like, even if they get to +2, I wasn't gonna die to play rough, and then, you know, +2 Drain Punches certainly killing Ogerpon from that range. So yeah, that was a very fun game that we had. Very interesting week for NDM. I said NDM, Natdex Farm League. Like my team went 7-1. Like, it's actually insane. Like, we only had 1 loss, and you know, we're going on to week 4 now, which is out, I believe. Wait, week 4 is not out yet. Okay, I thought week 4 was out, but either way, yeah, that is just how the week went. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. It's a bit late for me, that's why I'm kind of sounding out of it right now, or like a bit tired, because it's like 12 midnight right now. But I did need to get out you know, the week content. But yeah, thanks for watching again, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.